The BF Bot Manager is an excellent bot to use with football strategies. There are many customizable functions and rules available for use to create the system that you want. In the market grid view, we can see the date and the start time. If we click on this I button, we can see the market information from Betfair that lets us confirm details such as if the market is a Betfair start price market, if it is scheduled to go in play, and so on. The movie clipboard is a direct link to the Betfair live feed if there is one available. Then we can see the event, and next to this we can see the live score, the match minute if it's in play now, and the weather. If we click on the magnifying glass, we can get a match details form. This gives us live data from a third party, but please be aware that this data is provided by a third party and may be delayed or inaccurate. There is a warning at the bottom of the match details form that highlights this point. Although the current score, time elapsed and other data provided is sourced from live feeds provided by third parties, you should be aware that this data may be subject to a time delay and/or be inaccurate. Please also be aware that other customers may have access to data that is faster and/or more accurate than the data shown within software. If you rely on this data to place bets, you do so entirely at your own risk. Sodens Limited provides this data as is with no warranty as to the accuracy, completeness, or timeliness of such data, and accepts no responsibility for any loss, direct or indirect, suffered by you as a result of your reliance on it. So this live data is a very useful function, but please be aware of its conditions of use. We can view various in-play data such as total shots, shots on target, shots off target, blocked shots, shots inside the box, shots outside the box, number of attacks, number of dangerous attacks, yellow cards, red cards, and so on. In the market's grid view, we can also see what outcome is the current favorite at a glance, even without opening the selections grid view yet. The last three columns show the current backover rounds, layover rounds, and the amount of money matched on the market. All of these give us an indication of how developed the market is. It is also possible to add more columns to this market grids view by right-clicking on any column header and selecting Column Chooser. Here we can add columns that can tell us at a glance the competition, the bet delay, the country code, the halftime score, in-play stats, the pitch status, and the venue. We can see even more details by opening the Selection Grid view for an event. In the Selection Grid view, we can see the price and volume over time if we click on the graph icon. We can see the form of each team. If we hover over it, we can see the actual results, and it's split into the home form and away form as well. And the most recent result is on the right. So the most recent form was DLD, draw, lose, draw, and we can see there draw, lose, draw. We can also see the amount we have matched on this market, the implied chance based on the current odds, the last price matched, and the Betfair start price if there's one available on this market. Again, we can add columns by clicking on any column header and selecting Column Chooser, and we could add football-specific columns such as formation or position, and the data will only come up if it's available, provided by the third party. So here we see the team in 7th position is playing a team in 4th position. In the Selection Grid view, we can also click on the ladder button to go straight into the ladder view for one-click betting. In the Strategies tab in the Add Rules form, in the Marking Conditions area, there are many football-specific rules. The football rules all have a football icon next to them. Of course, the other general settings can be used to make football strategies too. We have football bet when score, filter matches by scored, conceded goals in each match, filter matches by team form, filter matches by team number of points, filter matches by team total number of goals in the last X matches, home away team odds ratio, in-play statistics, match events, goal, red, yellow card, penalties, match minute, match status, pitch condition, team formation, team position, and weather type. There are a wide variety of football conditions available in the BF Bot Manager, so let's take a closer look at them individually. First, bet when score. Allow betting when match score is one of the selected values. Here we can set a condition so that the strategy will only be allowed to bet when the current score matches specified values. You can also set it to only look at the halftime scores instead of the current score. For example, if this was used in combination with the football match minute condition, you could create a strategy that lays the draw after half-time if the score is still 0-0. Please note that other strategy conditions and a bet type are still needed. Again, also note the live scores are provided by third-party data and may be delayed or inaccurate. When using conditions such as bet when score settings, make sure in the Tools and Settings tab, in the General Settings form, under Results, this checkbox is selected. Use football live scores and other match information provided by third-party service, and make sure that this box is not ticked. Try to determine football live score by using correct score market prices. We recommend you keep this box checked and this box unchecked. Next, filter matches by scored conceded goals in each match. This rule uses previous results to check scored conceded goals of teams in each match. This condition can allow or prevent the strategy from betting on a market if the goal-related condition is met. For example, you can set it to bet on home teams that have scored more than 0 goals, meaning 1 goal or more, in each of their last 5 matches as any team. That means playing home or away. Or conversely, you can set it to prevent betting on a market if a team has scored in every game of their last 5 by clicking on this Used Reversed Logic checkbox. That would mean it will prevent betting when this condition is fulfilled. This is a really useful condition if you're trying to restrict matches to those with high-scoring or low-scoring teams. For example, you could use this condition to create a strategy that backs home wins only when the home team has scored in every of their last 5 matches. Next, filter matches by team total number of goals in last X matches. This rule uses previous results to check total number of goals scored conceded by selected team. This condition is similar to the previous condition, except that instead of looking for the goals scored in each match, it is looking at the total number of goals over a specified number of matches. For example, if you do not require the team to have scored in every match, but to have scored at least 6 goals in total over the last 4 matches, then this condition can be used. For example, only matches where number of scored goals by home team is 6 or more goals in last 4 matches as home team. It can be used to only focus on the home or the away team, or on the total goals altogether. This is a useful condition when filtering in or out teams that are scoring over or under a certain amount of goals. Next, filter matches by team form. This rule uses previous results to check team form. This condition can be used to allow or prevent the strategy from betting on a market if certain form conditions are met. For example, if you want to only bet on matches where the home team has won their last 3 games, we would put win-win-win in the box. Or we can add multiple options separated by a comma. For example, win-win-win, draw win-win. This would mean that the strategy will only bet on markets where the home team's home and away form ends with win-win-win, draw win-win. This would mean that the strategy will only bet on markets where the home team won their last 3 games or won their last 2 games after a draw. The right-hand letter is the most recent match result. So win, 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 lose would mean 4 wins in a row followed by a loss as the most recent result. Again, you can also reverse this logic to prevent it betting if this form condition is true. This kind of condition is very useful if you want to create strategies that back or lay teams on a run of good, bad or indifferent form. For example, if you only want to back away favourites if the home team has not won their last 4 games in a row, you could add a condition like this, meaning don't allow betting on matches where the home team's home form ends with win-win-win-win, 4 wins in a row. Next, filter matches by team number of points. This rule uses previous results to check team number of points won or lost. This is a continuation of conditions relating to recent form. Rather than looking for specific runs of results, it looks for teams that have achieved a certain number of points in a specified number of games. For example, if we want a team that has won at least 4 out of their last 6 games in any order, then that team will have gained 12 or more points. This is easier than writing in all the win-win-win, draw-win-draw, win-win-win, draw-win-lose, etc. possibilities like in the previous condition. Here we can separate teams by league form. For example, if you only want to back home teams that have 12 points or more from their last 6 games, home or away, when they're playing against away teams that have not gained more than 6 points in their last 6 games, then this condition can be used. You'd need to create 2 instances of this condition for that. Next, football home-away team odds ratio. Allow betting when ratio between home and away team odds is satisfied. With this condition, you can set the strategy to allow betting when the odds of the home or away team are at a certain ratio in comparison with each other. For example, if you want to create a strategy where the home team is backed only when the home team odds are higher than the away team odds, then we can set the condition allow betting when home team back price is greater than the away team back price, plus 0% or 0 ticks. Or, if we want a strategy to bet on the draw when the home and away team have the same odds, we can set it to allow betting when home team back price is equal to the away team back price, plus 0% or plus 0 ticks. Next, football in-play statistics. Allow betting when in-play statistics are satisfied. For example, shots on, off goal, dangerous attacks, ball possession, etc. This condition is very versatile with many options. It uses the live in-play statistics provided by a third party to allow the strategy to bet when conditions are met. It can be set to allow betting depending on the statistics that we saw in the match details form, such as the number of total shots, shots on target, shots off target, block shots, shots inside the box, shots outside the box, attacks, dangerous attacks, corners, yellow cards, red cards, and so on. If the data is available for that match, then the condition can be set to allow betting when that statistic is within a certain range. Or it can be set to bet when a statistic is at a certain level in comparison to the away team, or as a total of both teams. Multiple instances of this condition can be added to one strategy, so they can be used to create a very specific strategy. For example, if you wanted to bet on matches only when the home team has had more than 5 shots on target and the score is still 0-0, then you could add one condition to allow betting when the home team shots on target is within range of min 5, max 1000, and add another condition to allow betting when away team total shots are within range of min 0, max 0, and also add a bet when score condition of 0-0. In this way, you can use multiple instances of this condition to create the strategy rules that you want. Or if you don't mind if the away team has had some shots, just that the home team has had 10 more shots, then you could create a condition when the home team total shots are more than the away team's total shots plus 10. Then you just need one condition. By using a combination of multiple instances of this condition, you can create a strategy that will bet when the in-play statistics match the kind of games that you manually search in-play matches for, such as the favourite having lots of possession, corners, shots on target, no red cards but has not yet taken the lead, or to lay the underdog when a favourite has gone 1 goal behind early on but has had lots of dangerous attacks and the away team scored from their sole shot on target. There are many possibilities to automate your betting strategy with this condition. Very importantly, you must go to the Tools and Settings tab, then to the General Settings options, to the Results tab, and make sure that you have this box checked and this box unchecked. Make sure you have the Use Football Live Scores and Other Match Information provided by third-party service. This should be checked, and make sure you don't have this one checked. try to determine football live score by using correct score market prices. So we want this unchecked and this one checked. This means that the bot will use the live scores provided by a third-party service. Please note, not all matches offer the same range of statistics. For example, some matches do not give the data for number of shots inside the box or outside the box or number of block shots, etc. It depends on each match. More major matches tend to have more statistics available than more minor matches. Again, please note that the live data is provided by a third party and no guarantee is given for its accuracy, and the data may be delayed. Next, football match events. Allow betting after match event happens within set time range. This condition allows you to do similar things to the football in-play statistics condition, except it adds a match minute filter as part of the rule. It offers the ability to allow betting based on the home, away, or total number of goals, own goals, red cards, yellow cards, penalties, missed penalties, or substitutions. For example, if you want to bet on the home team only after a red card has been given to the away team between the 1st and 60th minute of the game, then you could use this condition to create that rule. Of course, other market conditions, selection conditions, events, filters, and bet time conditions would still need to be added. Next, football match minute. Allow betting only when match minute is within specified time range. This condition is pretty self-explanatory. It allows the strategy to bet only during specific match time periods. For example, if you wanted a strategy to back the current favourite by position, the current outcome with the lowest odds, at the 80-minute mark of each match, that could be enabled using this condition in combination with other conditions. Next, football match status. Bet when match status is one of the selected values, e.g. at half-time or during the injury time, etc. This condition is similar to the match minute condition, but allows named periods of time to be selected, such as to enable betting only during the first half, during the injury time of the first half, only during the half-time break, only during the second half, or only during the injury time of the second half. And you can select multiple boxes here. For example, if you wanted to lay the current favourite in injury time at the end of each half, you could check these two boxes. It would not need multiple instances of the match status or match minute condition. Another condition is football pitch condition. Bets when pitch condition is one of selected values. This condition allows the strategy to only bet when the third-party data provided pitch condition matches the filters. You can select one or multiple choices from good, wet, wet and fast, artificial turf, regular, excellent, snowy, slow due to water, uneven and cutting up, hard and frozen. For example, if you think away teams struggle when they play on artificial pitches and want to lay them, then this condition could be used as part of such a strategy. Or, if you think that waterlogged pitches lead to fewer goals, then you could also make use of this condition by clicking on slow due to water. Another related condition is football weather time. Allow betting only when the weather conditions are satisfied. This condition can be added to set the strategy to allow betting when the weather conditions match the settings, which can filter temperature, wind speed, and the general weather report. If it's a clear sky or overcast, or broken clouds, shower, rain, light rain, and so on. You can select multiple options here. Another condition is football team formation. Bets when team formation is one of selected values. Here you can set the strategy to allow betting when the home or away team's formation is one of those selected from the drop-down menu. For example, if you want to back under 2.5 goals in matches where both teams have 5 at the back and only 1 up front, this condition could be used as part of that strategy. Or, if you want to back over 1.5 goals in the first half when you see both teams are playing attacking formations such as 3-4-3, 3-4-1-2, or 3-3-1-3, you could also make use of this condition. Another football rule is team position. Bets when team league position is one of selected values. With this condition, we can set a strategy to allow betting when the home or away team are above or below a certain position in the league. For example, if you only want to allow betting when the home team is in the top 3 and the away team is in the bottom 3 in a league with 20 teams, then it can be done with 2 instances of this condition. To be in the top 3, we'd want the home team position to be less than or equal to 3. So position 3, 2, or 1 are okay. And where we want the away team to be in the last 3 positions in a league of 20 teams, then we want the league position of the away team to be 18 or higher, 18, 19, 20. So in summary, the BF Bot Manager version 3 has many useful football-specific conditions, which can be used in combination with other general betting conditions to make the strategy that you want. The live in-play statistics are very useful for creating strategies triggered by in-play events, but be aware of the terms of use and that the data may be delayed and inaccurate and is provided as is. Please note that these football conditions must be used together with other strategy rules, such as other market conditions, selection conditions, events filters, and importantly a bet type to tell the strategy what kind of bet to place. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to contact us and we will do our best to help you. Thank you.